This is the story of Samson and Delilah.
I'm Samson. Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah.
I'm Delilah.
The Lord of the Philistines came to Delilah and said,
Seduce him and find out the secret of his great strength, and how we may overcome and bind him so as to keep him helpless. We will give you 1,100 shekels of silver.
So Delilah went to Samson.
Hi, Samson.
Hey there, Delilah.
Samson, how are you so strong? What makes you weak?
Well, Delilah, if you bind me with 7 fresh, undried bowstrings, I'll be weak like any other guy.
So the Lord of the Philistines brought her 7 fresh, undried bowstrings, and she bound him with them. She had Philistines waiting for her in the chamber.
The Philistines are upon you, Samson.
But he easily snapped the strings, and the secret to his strength remained unknown.
Samson, you lied to me. What actually makes you weak?
If you bind me with new ropes, then I will be weak.
The Philistines are upon you, Samson.
The Philistines were again waiting for him, but Samson snapped the ropes like the thread.
You lied to me again. Tell me what really makes you weak.
If you weave my 7 locks of hair into the web, then I'll be weak.
The Philistines are upon you, Samson.
So while he slept, Delilah wove his 7 locks of hair into a web and fastened it with a pin. He woke and pulled out the pin and the web.
Samson, how can you say you love me when you lie to me? You lied to me 3 times and you still won't tell me your secret.
She complained and complained until he finally gave in.
No razors ever touched my head. I have been consecrated from God, from my mother's womb, that I have strength, and if my hair is cut, then I will be as weak as any other man.
When Delilah saw that Samson was telling the truth, she called the Lord of the Philistines.
Come now, I know he's trusted me.
The Lord of the Philistines came and gave Delilah the money.
The Philistines are upon you, Samson.
He woke and thought he could escape as he had previously, but he did not realize the Lord had left him.
Then seized Samson and gouged out his eyes, brought him to Gaza, and put him in prison. But the hair of his head began to grow as soon as it was shaved off.
The Samson and Delilah summary. Samson fell in love with Delilah, but the Lord of the Philistines was paying Delilah to find out the secret of his great strength. Samson tricks Delilah 3 times by telling her being bound by 7 fresh, undried bowstrings, then being bound by new ropes, then weaving his 7 locks of hair into the web will make him weak. He's finally honest and tells her if she shaves his head, he will be weak. She does that, he falls weak, and then the Lord of the Philistines pays her. The Philistines capture him, gouge out his eyes, bring him to Gaza, and put him in prison. But his hair begins to grow as soon as it was shaved off.
Samson.
Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah.
I'm Delilah. Did you? Oh my Jesus! Do it.
No, let me do it.
It's so recorded.
Dried bowstrings. I'll be weak. Okay.
What's a bowstring?
I don't know.
What's fresh and undried?
It's not dried. It's fresh.
What? What does it have to do with it? Look up the word Stop.
Hi, Samson.
Hey there, Delilah.
Samson, how are you so strong? What makes you weak?
If you cut my hair with 7 long dried bowstrings.
No,
I don't
it's
know
not
what it
cut
is.
your hair.
I don't know what it is.
If you bind
Jesus,
me
hold
with
it
7,
up right there. I got you.
What is behind me?
Hold it up like a poster. I have hard things like cats.
The Lord of the Philistines came to Delilah and said,
You want to look at the camera?
I was reading it.
I'll do it.
Okay. So Delilah
went to Samson.
The Lord of the Philistines brought her 7. The Lord of the Philistines. Lord of the Philistines. So the Lord of the Philistines brought her 7 fresh, undried bowstrings, and she bound him with them. She had built.
The Philistines are upon you, Samson.
But he easily snapped the strings, and the secret to his strength remained unknown.
The Philistines are upon you, Samson.
But he easily snapped the strings, and the secret to his strength remained unknown.
I want to see it.
When Delilah saw that Samson was telling the truth, she called the Lord of the Philistines, sponsored by rice chips.
It's Delilah saw that Samson was
Oh my God.
the Lord of the Philistines came and gave Delilah the money. Oh my God.
The Philistines are upon you, Samson. You need to talk.
But he easily snapped the strings and he came on that.
Alright, we gotta redo that scene. It sucked.
The Philistines seized him and gouged out his eyes, brought him to Gaza, and put him in prison. But the hair of his head. The Philistines seized him and gouged out his eyes, brought him to Gaza, and put him in prison.
Get your foot out of the way.
Got a Snapchat. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you didn't.
The Philistines seized Samson and got
Stop.
really
No, that's what I said. Go into the.
not anymore.
No, she's